Hello everyone, it's Caroline Cousins here again, www.carolinecousins.com, and this time we're going to do an SRT clearing on grief, something that's been coming up a lot, I think, during these lockdowns. So let's get started. So we're setting the intention again that we're going to do a group clearing. So this will be a brief group clearing on the area of grief for whoever is directed to this group clearing. So I'm working with the God team, and if you'd seen my previous video on clearing depression and anxiety with SRT, you'll see that I've covered a lot in that one. So let's have a look for the group. What's grief running at? 0% positive, 100% negative. It doesn't surprise me. So whoever is tuning in, at whatever time they're tuning in, on a quantum level, it's a pretty big thing, grief, because grief and separation, we're running at Christ consciousness level there. So we're just going to ask the God teams that I'm working with to start clearing away programs and beliefs, memories, experiences, illusions that we have on grief and separation, raising it up to 100% positive and down to 0% negative, and from Christ consciousness level all the way up to radiant love, new paradigm level, which is where we really want to be. And I'm working with teams on the other side of life that work with me. So usually my high self team will work with me, and at this moment in time I'm working with the God team on this chart, and whoever's tuning in at a quantum level will be, whenever they're tuning in, will be getting the benefits of this. So we're clearing grief and separation, and we all hold grief and separation at various levels in our psyche from different experiences that we've had in this lifetime, other lifetimes, and that could be parallel lifetimes, past lives, future lives, lives in between dimensions, and so on, ancestral. So what the teams are doing right now, they have about 200 plus charts on their side of life, a lot more charts than I have. I have about 35-ish here, between 32 and 35 roughly, that I'm using. And we're just going to do, this will take probably about 15 minutes, just to do a fairly brief overview of a group clearing on grief and separation using the spiritual response therapy, that's SRT system, which clears programs, beliefs, memories, blockages, that kind of thing, especially at higher levels of consciousness. So it's a very, very effective system. It was constructed by Robert E. Detzler in the mid to late 80s and added to gradually in the 90s and so on. It's a very effective system. Right, okay, where are we going first? Then let's have a look. Can I just also ask for all mazes to be cleared as well by my teams, please? That's great. Okay, so where are we going first? Where we've been taken to? And similar to the depression anxiety one, we're giving those that are stuck in grief and separation a spiritual kick, which is a kind of kick up the backside. It's like saying, come on, get out of it, enough. Sometimes we hold on to things energetically because it becomes very familiar and predictable, and therefore we feel safer with it because it's more predictable for us. So we're just giving you a spiritual kick if you're watching this right now. And don't focus too much on it, just allow yourself to receive the benefits, opening yourself up to receive the benefits of these clearings. So even if you don't think it's working, it'll still be, the fact you've come to this video means your consciousness is taking you here. So it's clearing you at some level there. It's clearing something away for you. I mean, the group clearings can be incredibly helpful, incredibly clearing for you, but it's never as powerful as obviously getting a personal clearing done. And I offer a package of clearings via my website, and the details are below. So just looking at my book, what it says about a spiritual kick is usually when a soul is not open to having its programs cleared, there is a self-punishment program. which can be broken by asking for a spiritual kick. And sometimes whilst doing the research, the soul may block, and a spiritual kick or rap in the skull will open the soul for the work to be done. So that's what a spiritual kick is. There. Okay, so where are we going after that? So let's have a look. Okay, we're going to master programs and discordant energy. So what's coming up with this for grief? Escapism. Yeah. Anything else? Does that have past life roots? Yeah. Do we need to research? It'd be difficult to research, to be honest, doing a group clearing. So we're just going to ask for all escapism to be cleared from anybody that's watching that. Very often when we're running escapism, we're also running failure energy as well. It's that what's the point energy, you know, what's the point of doing that because it's only going to fail? What's the point because nobody's going to notice? And escapism is a part of that. It's a way of escaping reality. We can throw ourselves into gaming, alcohol, other forms of addiction, just to escape the reality of life. And you can usually tell who's running escapism because they can be very forgetful people. You might be forgetting stuff all the time and your head's in the clouds, that kind of thing. It's almost a lack of commitment in life, you know. So is there anything else running on here at this time? No. Where are we going next? We're going to inner archetypes. So what's running in the inner archetypes? Perfectionist archetype. Are there any new archetypes? No, let's just clear all perfectionist. Any blocks to the perfectionist archetype there, and bring that perfectionist archetype back into perfect health, harmony and balance. It's usually us that's blocking it because of some experience or another at some level. Now we're going to miscellaneous blocks for this one. And we've got some inhibitors running there. We're not going to go into any great detail on a group clearing. But we do have a belief of beliefs running. Is there anything else? Let's just check out the belief of beliefs before we clear all of that. What's the belief of the beliefs, the overriding one for the group that's running? Inside left, abandonment, and that makes perfect sense. So let's clear all of that abandonment and any inhibitors that are connected with that. At God level of consciousness, where these miscellaneous blocks are running. Okay, we want a new belief of beliefs to be put in place. So what's the new belief of beliefs to be put in place? Inside left. And it's faith. So we're just going to download faith there. And faith is important. No matter what your faith, no matter what your beliefs are, you know, having faith in the world, having faith in yourself, having faith in God, source energy is important. Our true essence. Right, where are we going after that? We're still on the same chart, 10A. What else? So we're going to clear conscious and subconscious memory, subconscious clutter as well from everybody watching this video right now. Clearing away any grief and separation beliefs. Sometimes with the system we can have like a, oh my God, I feel so completely different. But more often than not, there's a subtle difference, or you know something shifted but you can't put your finger on it. Sometimes we don't feel anything at all. That doesn't mean to say that nothing's worked. It just means to say that there's deeper layers. Because I've found the system over the years to be incredibly effective at changing energies and shifting blocks, and just the busy mind becomes a quiet mind. It's like going from a motorway highway to a quiet country road, B road. There. Okay. Wonderful. So we're in the programs before creation, so before that creation of the soul. So we're at King of Kings level, which is an expression of the soul before the soul is created. Animal energy, creator programming. Again, we're not delving into any detail here on a group clearing, and we're just going to clear those away. Just a brief overview. And if you're interested in doing other clearings to do with meditation, finding root causes, because I'm all about root causes and empowering yourself, then I have 2 courses on Udemy as well. Which you can buy. The links are down below. I'll probably put a card up on the YouTube video as well. But part 1 and part 2, meditations, which is slightly different to the system, but it works beautifully with this system in tandem to really empower yourself to take control and clear away any blocks that are preventing you from living a happy, joyful, abundant life. Chart 16, full of consciousness. A belief of falling into darkness, so let's just clear that away. We don't want that, do we? And again, if you're believing that you're falling into darkness, then, you know, that ties in beautifully with that grief and separation belief. I'm just looking through my book at the same time to see if I can give you any more information on that. But I can't. I can't. There you go. Right, we're doing really well. 25, final assurance. So we're going through this very quickly because it's a brief group clearing, but it's still just as powerful. Miscellaneous past lives and other dimensions, things that are hidden, buried, or covered up. And we're not going to investigate those at all. Sometimes we need to do research when we're doing personal clearing, sometimes not. Certainly in a group clearing like this, we don't have to do this clearing at this moment in time. You will get what you need by your teams. So let's clear things that are hidden, buried, or covered up, and miscellaneous past lives and past lives in other dimensions, because we have those as well, which goes into the mix of it all. So just clearing those away from anyone that's watching this. And how does this clearing take place when I'm doing the clearing now and you're watching it, say, a few months or years down the line? It's at a quantum level. Time operates differently in different dimensions. So it's linear in our level on Earth, but it operates differently in different dimensions. So 27. So these are learning blocks at spirit level, and we've got learning blocks to learning is a continuous process. Oneness with God's spirit is the goal. So let's clear all those learning blocks away from anyone that's watching this video right now. These are learning blocks at spirit level. That's it. That's good. Do we have anything else to do right now? No? Can we go to mop up for the group? So we're just going to go to a very brief mop up for the group. And your teams that I'm working with, they have about 200 plus charts on their side of life. On a personal clearing, what I'd be doing is reading a long list of instructions during mop up, but I'd also be going through the individual energy bodies to look for programs as well. And I'd be also asking other questions as well pertinent to the clearing to see what we could clear, checking percentages, that kind of thing, and making sure that it's done thoroughly. But in this short group clearing, they're all around about 15 minutes, these short group clearings. We're just sort of clearing away a layer here that we can at a group level. And obviously it's more thorough when it's done at a personal level. And if you'd like to go onto my website, you can see a package that I offer on there in order to really get stuck into a particular area of your life. But I've had some great feedback and testimonials over the years from moving the energy along using this system, which is fantastic. Okay, we're done. Yeah. So let's just retest again. See the grief now. Whereas it feels much lighter, the pendulum now. 100 positive, 0 negative, which is what I'd expect it to be. Is it in this page? No. Let's have a look. Is it? Yeah. So let's have a look. Where is it now? Well, we've still got something to clear because we haven't got to Radiant Love New Paradigm level yet. So I'm just asking the teams to clear any other blocks, any other programs, the way to ensure that we end up at Radiant Love New Paradigm level of consciousness as a minimum, because we're not there yet. That's why it's always worth checking after. Do we have anything else that needs clearing to get there? No. So are we done? Yes. So let's just have a look now. We're not on that page, we're on that page. Where are we now? There we are, Radiant Love, New Paradigm level. Just double check that. Yeah. So here ended the clearing for grief and separation. And I'll do another grief and separation one later on, but it's good to get it's good to get all these done, the grief, separation, depression, anxiety, various others that I've got on this site. First, let's start really clearing away some of the debris and programs and belief systems and start moving forward. Contact me, obviously, if you'd like more personal clearings or one-to-one sessions, and all details are down below. Okay, take care, bye.